I love Mambo Jumbo. For those of you who didn't know him, Mambo is a popular Minecraft YouTuber. He uploads a variety of Minecraft videos, makes cool things with redstone in Minecraft, and I watch all his videos all the time. I mean all of it. One particular video from him that really caught my interest was his one wide base design. I'll put a link to that video in the description. Anyway, when I saw that video, I told myself I will take on that challenge one day. So today, I'm here to show you my design. Let's do this. Hello everyone, my name is GRAP2570 and welcome back to another Minecraft video. As you can see here, I cut off a side of the mountain and built a one wide base along each side. While designing this, I tried my best to follow the natural slopes of the mountain. I think this is a good way to incorporate a one wide design. Just a bit of a disclaimer, I play on the Bedrock edition platform, so some of the features in this design would not work in Java edition, so keep that in mind. Also, I will not be doing a block by block tutorial for this, but I'd be showing you each redstone circuit. You guys are awesome, intelligent people, and everything is one wide, so I'm pretty sure you'd be able to figure it out with just the cross section. Okay, first off, any survival base in Minecraft is not built all at once in one day. Nope, it's not possible. Rather, it starts off as a simple shelter and then more rooms are added as we progress in the game. With that in mind, I divided the design into three sections. We have the lime green section, the green section, and the yellow section right there. Let's start off with lime green. In this section, we have a crafting table, a couple of furnaces, some storage, and a bed. Done. Next! Just kidding, but think about it. You're just starting your Minecraft world and you do not have a lot of stuff. What you need is a place to stay and just a bit of storage. As I said, this is a survival base, so we'll expand later on. Moving on to our first expansion, the green section right here. To help with getting around better, I decided to use water columns. Take note, not the bubbly kind, just usual water from which you can swim up and down. Ladders put a dead end to hallways, so I figured a water column is a nice addition. You can walk through them but still be able to go up and down. Mambo used slime blocks and pistons to get around, but this is a starter base, so we do not have those yet. This is more of a practical approach. Now, the green section is all about food. Because let's admit it, the very first agenda in surviving is food. You can survive without food. Before you can start strip mining for diamonds or caving for ores, you got to have a steady flow of food. So in this section, we have a chicken farm, a cow farm, and a nano crop farm. Let's start with the chickens. This chicken farm is a design from Red Nomster. Red Nomster has his own one wide compact houses concepts, and I particularly liked his concept here of using the cauldron to keep the chickens in. Genius idea. Go check out his channel and his videos. I'll put a link in the description below. Just a quick run through. This operates just like a normal chicken farm. You can have as many chickens as you want in here, and those chickens will lay eggs, which this hopper would pick up and send to this dispenser. Then this dispenser circuit right here fires it into this cauldron automatically. Here, I'll show you how that works. So basically, you just have to wait for them to grow into adult chickens and then slay them with your sword. I personally prefer sword than lava blades because later in the game, looting tree makes a lot of difference. Next, we have the cow farm. This one is a basic design. You see it everywhere. I don't even know who first came up with it, but everyone knows it. Just a few points. I use trapdoors because glass pane and fences connect to the blocks on the side. And since this is a one wide base, I want to stay within this one block wide space and not have to change the blocks at the side of it to make it work. I do have glass blocks and some signs here and there to hold the water and show you the design, but if you ever build this in your survival world, you would have walls here anyway, so basically the design is still all within a one block wide space. Again, I personally prefer swords over lava blades, so you kill these cows manually as well. But the farm does have this dispenser for breeding. No food pyramid would be complete without the grains and vegetables, so next up, we have the Nano crop farm. This one is a design by Rogue Fox. I had to change a few bits to fit everything in a one wide space, but the core concept is the same. I'll put a link to his tutorial in the description below. Basically what happens here is whenever you place a crop in this farmland, the observer detects that change and fires a bone meal. The bone meal then would cause the crop to grow, which the observer would again detect and cause the dispenser to fire again. After some delay, which is perfectly timed that the crop is fully grown, this sticky piston would fire and harvest the crop. Just like that. And everything gets collected by this hopper and sent it into this dropper, so all the drops go up into this chest. Our last expansion, the yellow section, focuses on more storage and smelters. Once the food source is secured, it's time for some serious resource gathering. You know, go out for an adventure or hit the mines. By then, we would have outgrown the measly storage and furnace setup we have started with, so the yellow section has more storage and a smelter system. First up, the storage. The storage I have here is nothing fancy, it's just a stack of chests, honestly. This is the best I can come up with considering that we are working in a one wide area and are also considering how the game progresses. You can say that this house is just a starter base to begin with. Anyway, again, I use the water column here to maximize space. We can go up and down here to different floor levels, but also go through it to access the smelter on the left side. More into that monstrosity later. Anyway, because Bedrock Edition has further reach than Java Edition, from this platform here, we can basically reach down up to the third chest from below, all the way up to the top chest here. We do have this bottom layer to access the chests as well. I guess you can expand the storage more downwards if you like, but you get the idea. Moving on to the monstrosity, this one is my favorite because although the concept is from another YouTuber named Sudoxe, I think I've spent a lot of time and brain cells basically to modify it and fit it in a one wide space. I feel like half of this is me. I'm really proud of this design. It's not efficient for sure, but the concept is there. Furnace system in a one wide space. I really believe this design has delivered. So yeah. Anyway, I'll put a link to Sudox's video in the description below. I'm not sure who came up with the furnace feed tape idea first, but Sudox's video introduced me to the concept. The observer clock here is also from his video. Basically in here is to push the furnace around like a feed tape. These hoppers here put in the items to be smelted. These other chests here is for the fuel, and the bottom one is for the output. I tried coming up with a design that uses mine carts and rails to distribute the items and the fuel, but it just won't work. I mean, it can work, but it would not have a distribution system for the fuel. because that has to go to the side obviously. So instead of moving the items, I thought why not move the furnaces instead. So I searched around for a solution, and at that time I found Sedox's video. His video in particular clicked because the control circuit he used was one wide in itself. It's similar to these observers right here, only he used 8 observers instead of 4. One downside here is I have no way of turning the clock off, so basically the clock just keeps on ticking. I'm not sure if that would cause lag or something, but whatever, it works. Let me just turn this thing on. The fuel is currently backed up because I put in too much coal, but basically you can put in any item to be smelted up here and it will be distributed into the furnace as the furnace gets pushed around. And once it's ready, the hoppers down here will collect the output and put it in the chest here. The on-off switch stops the furnace from moving, but the clock just goes on and on and on. Another downside is you have to be careful with the input chest because I believe hoppers can put in items in the furnace that can't be smelted. So if you accidentally put in dirt, for example, it would disable pretty much all the furnaces. And getting through here to clear that up would be a challenge really. So yeah, I modified Sedox's design. I had to fit the clock inside the feed tape basically because if not, the redstone would be everywhere. I also have to make the clock smaller because if I made the 8 observer clock, the feed tape would be bigger and the pistons may not be able to push a line of furnaces. The last farm I was able to fit in this one wide space was this falling sand zero tick sugar cane farm. Navinexus came up with this method of zero ticking sugar cane, so credits to him on this one. I'll leave a link to one of his zero tick tutorials in the description below. Go check out his channel, lots of tutorials for the Bedrock edition platform. The only modification I made here was this on-off switch that goes above the farm. I mainly did this for the functionality and aesthetic of the house. As you can see, I tried my best to have some nice walkways and ample lighting. A bit of design here and there. I even added a porch here because why not? Minecraft is about creativity anyway. A few more additions I have added to this base is this Enchanting Station up here. I was actually surprised by this one. But the water here does not prevent the bookcases here to connect to the enchanting table. I always thought nothing can be placed in this space here except air, and obviously I was wrong. As you can see here, the bottom enchantment says 8, so 4 bookshelves are indeed connected. I also have an anvil up here and a grindstone to disenchant stuff. May not be the best setup, but it's functional at the very least. I also added a brewing stand down here and a small plot of farming nether warts and a couple of crafting tables here and there. Okay, so that's it guys. I know this space is far from complete. For one, there's no nether portal here. I did come up with an idea of how to have a portal work here using minecarts, but it's a one-way trip. The minecart can get you into the portal, but when you come back to the overworld world from the nether, you're basically stuck inside the portal. No way to go out without breaking blocks. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have some comments or suggestions to improve upon this design, maybe a few farms you think should be in a starter base, let me know in the comment section below. I hope you found inspiration in what I designed here, and I do encourage you and your friends to take on the challenge as well and build your own one wide base. It's a good way to exercise your creativity and spice up the game a bit. As always, appreciate you guys taking the time to watch these videos. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and consider subscribing. Thank you so much for all the support. This is GRAP2570 signing out.